Welcome back, family. I pray everybody is well. Today's episode is going to be very, 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 very interesting. Something we talked about before, but never really went into depth on the other side of it, right? We talked about Beyonce's drummer, Kimberly Thompson, someone who filed a restraining order on her for extreme witchcraft. Not just witchcraft, extreme witchcraft. Reportedly claims that she suffered from Beyonce's magic spells, sexual molestation, and that Beyonce murdered my pet kitten. My goodness. See, people don't see this type of stuff because she's in the background. She's the drummer. Nobody knows her. So when she decides to speak up and let her voice be heard, nobody hears it because she's not the star player. She's not in the spotlight. So nobody wants to pay attention. But guess what, ladies and gentlemen? We're going to bring her to light today. Hallelujah. We're going to bring her to light today. We're going to hear her story, or some of it, because we've brought up different stories as far as Beyonce is concerned, right? We showed you different things, different practices that she's in. She's in the Yoruba religion. She believes in Orishas. She believes in Oshun. Clearly, we've seen that with different outfits, different things that she says in her songs. I'm on that Oshun energy. Even when it comes to the Bible, she talks about wiping her time in a month with pages from the Holy Scriptures. I mean, it gets intense with that person. But I want to show you guys a video, actually, of Kimberly Thompson talking. Because we've never seen that before. I've never seen it before. Okay? It's my first time actually seeing it as well. Right? So let's check this out. Let's see what Kimberly Thompson, the drummer that filed a restraining order against Beyonce. I mean, you think to yourself, why would somebody need to file a restraining order against Beyonce? Who is Beyonce trying to continuously see? You get what I'm saying? It's crazy. Let's see what she has to say.
Well, I definitely did that to definitely be so clear to cut the cord that I don't want to have anything to do with this person at all. I don't want to work with them. I'm even embarrassed that I have worked with them because it's literally shattered everything that I've tried to build after doing that work in my life. If I always said when I was a kid, I never would want to regret anything, but this I regret. I regret that we ever worked together because it's turned my life completely upside down. She's not been able to let me go. She's not been able to let me progress into a mature woman and work with other people, build other great entities and statues and trophies that develop in the arts world and music. She's just been a savage, stealing my intellectual property, stealing my ideas, just basically doing anything and everything to damage any type of happiness that I could have had up to current, that be in my own independent career, establishing my own company, my own music, relationships, whether it be business partnerships, personal relationships. So I've had to do a lot of work, a lot of practice of self-love. I know that, I was that kid that grew up and always did the right things and always studied really hard and always did a lot for whoever I was working for and the company. And, that time has come and passed over and over again. And it's just been a nightmare to try to move on and do other things for other people without it getting totally destroyed. The other people I've worked with that have been on a plateau have been paid to fire me. I found this out, and then it just kept happening. So it was a pattern. You get really excited about something, you build it up, you invest all this time and everything in it, and then, she comes and pays people to fire me. And I've even relocated cities and houses and apartments, and ways have been found to manipulate that and control that. I've lost a huge amount of money dealing with this situation. A lot of money has been stolen from me. A lot of rental deposits have been stolen from me. Had his own personality, it stuck his hand out and grabbed my finger, type of weird, crazy shit. Excuse my French. I'm going to France soon, so I'm just practicing. And so I kept the cat out of guilt, out of, emotional ambiguity. I drained my bank account on the situation, and then I took the cat to the West Coast to do a job in San Diego, La Jolla, and more bipolar activity started happening. I was getting abused every time I came home from work, and I'm talking about like 12 to 16. It was a pattern. You get really excited about something, you build it up, you invest all this time and everything in it, and then, she comes and pays people to fire me and insult me, and it's just been disastrous. And, I'm pretty strong, so I've, kept my train moving forward and establishing new relationships and in different entities of the industry, stepping away from.
So this lady's life has been destroyed. That's what it sounds like. She can't get any job. She's drained her bank account with this whole restraining order situation. Everywhere she goes, she's pretty much haunted because of this celebrity who has loads of money and loads of fame and loads of connections. So this lady who doesn't happen to have all that continues to go through hell just to get through life. I don't know what you think, but I think that that's absurd. Very, very sad. And that's just a clip, you guys. I haven't even seen that whole interview. Actually, if anybody knows what that whole interview is, comment the link in my comments. Comment the link in my comments. Love to watch it. Go over more of what was said and even go into more detail. I just find it interesting that we actually even see a clip from the drummer. Because when we used to talk about it, I just showed you guys documents. Now we're seeing this lady talk. And we're seeing all kind of different things come out about this person, about Jay-Z, about the Diddler, about different individuals. I never really paid attention too much to Diddy, but as far as Jay-Z, yeah, because he said that Jesus can't save you in one of his songs. Once that was heard, click. You messed up. You mentioned the wrong name. Click. Had me starting to look into who he is. His Masonic background. Had me starting to look into who his wife was. The person he said he told the spiritual stuff really works. Is what he told her. Now all of a sudden we see her at different shows and doing different rituals where she's dressed as Oshun and people are around her acting like they worship her. Look at this picture. Look at this absolute buffoonery. I mean, if you can't see that, I don't know what to tell you. You get what I'm saying? And this was, Beyonce's drummer of 5 years. 5 years, ladies and gentlemen. We also heard different people who were, close to Jay-Z back in the day talk about Beyonce, like Jaguar Wright.
It's funny, you open up Beyonce's internet, it just gets weird.
Beyonce's internet.
That's what we're calling
that
it.
That belongs to the devil. Calling that the devil. She ain't nothing but an employee.
Oh.
Half of which dumbass bitch. Nobody want to accept that bitch.
I think
she went and killed the girl Cats. A girl went to court and charged her with extreme witchcraft. She was hypnotized. She was drugged. Beyonce came and she was in there eating on her and while she was asleep. Snacking on his bitch. Killing people cats. They wouldn't give her a restraining order. They just told her to stay away from Beyonce and work for somebody else. Guess what? She's having a hard time finding work too. Which is interesting because she's a brilliant musician and she was trained at the esteemed Berklee College of Music. Handpicked by my very good friend, Terry Lynn Carrington, Dr. Terry Lynn Carrington, who put together Beyonce's entire female band, which was Matthew Knowles' idea because he couldn't get Beyonce to stop people. Guess you didn't know your daughter well enough because she just started all the girls. Impulse control issues? I don't know.
Now, isn't that interesting? Because Jaguar Wright, what she was saying was relating to Kimberly Thompson. And a lot of people will say things like, Jaguar Wright is a liar. She's lying. Well, clearly right there, she wasn't. Because I just showed you guys the video of Kimberly Thompson first. of her saying it herself. And I haven't even seen that Jaguar Wright clip yet. I just played it for the first time right now. Same for the Kimberly Thompson video I just played. That's the first time I've seen both of those videos. Showing it right now and looking at it with you guys. You know, a lot of times, sometimes I'll see the video before I show it on here. Sometimes I just play it here. You guys get a blind reaction as well as I do. You guys can see my blind reaction to it before we go into commentary. That was the first time I've seen both of those videos, and both of them relate. Both of them coincide. Everything, a lot of stuff that Kimberly Thompson said, Jaguar Wright said about her. Isn't that interesting? But she didn't even know her name. But she knew about her. Talking about the cat situation. Talking about her being in a good school situation. Talking about her being an incredible musician situation. Talking about her being a part of the all-girl band situation. But she went into more detail in saying who even hired her. Jaguar Wright has been behind the scenes in different things. May she over-exaggerate with how she's saying things? Maybe. You know, she thinks she's in a full movie. But there's a lot of truth to what she's saying, people, clearly, as we just seen it right now. There's a lot of truth in there. Could she be telling the truth about everything? I don't know. But that, yeah, we just seen the lady herself talking about it. It's sad, too, because, you know, Beyonce used to be in church. You know, you grow in this business, you grow into a place where the business takes over you. The industry takes over you. That world takes over you. When you're trusting people like Iyanla Vanzant, the Hollywood therapist, you think that people like Beyonce hasn't seen her or other people hasn't seen her? That's a high priestess for the Yoruba religion. She's a high priestess. Talking about how she has potions and does sage. She's a whole witch out here in Hollywood. And they letting this witch in churches. Can you believe that? How do you think people like Beyonce, who are probably looking for spiritual advice, and ends up going to people like Iyanla Vanzant, how do you think she's going to handle it? She's going to end up in that same trash. That's why Beyonce's in the Yoruba religion. That's why she thinks she's Oshun. Dealing with people like that, high priestess. Witches that you think it's okay to go to and vent to and ask for spiritual advice because she's quoting some scriptures. You know who else quoted scriptures? Slave owners. You know who else quotes scriptures? Lucifer. You better be careful out here. You better be careful out here, even with different churches, because you can end up in a prison or you can end up in liberty. A lot of times you can end up in a prison thinking you are in liberty. You better be careful out here. I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, this is a very crazy, interesting story. I pray for this young lady. Pray for her to come into the Lord if she hasn't already. You know, I'm not sure how old that video is. I pray she's all right now. Because people like Beyonce and Beyonce's position and Jay-Z's position, they'll just snap a finger. Okay? They'll snap a finger, things will get done. So I pray for this young lady's safety. Pray for her health. Hallelujah. I pray for her future. Let me know what you guys think of the video. I love you guys. God bless. Shalom.